Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a book review of The Big Lie About Race in America's Schools, edited by Royel M. and Shaun R. Harper. It's a really compelling read. It's a collection of essays that I actually read for class. It tackles issues involving race and discrimination in America's K-12 and postgraduate systems of education. The two editors compile a bunch of experts in the field of education. And overall, they present a really thought-provoking collection of essays about censorship and discrimination and racial prejudice. It argues that spreading disinformation and avoiding racial truth telling in education actually threatens today's youth and puts them in jeopardy and thus puts American democracy at risk. Discusses the presence of censorship and the absence of equity. It also discusses a great deal of pushback against racial truth telling in American education. Discusses many of Trump's executive orders that are meant to combat racial truth telling, combat critical race theory from being discussed in America's classrooms. One of my favorite essays is called Why Book Bans Are Occurring in Schools and What Is Being Done to Stop Them. Just discusses how censoring books leads to racism. The author, Pascalara, I think is how you pronounce his name, he discusses how all these groups are trying to censor propaganda and how that dispels honest narratives. Another one of my favorite essays is Shared Equity Leadership. The authors Holcomb and Kazar discuss the practices used to combat inequitable frameworks. Overall, this book really drives home the point of racial inequality in America, and it gives educators a lot of tools to combat it. It discusses why the ban on critical race theory in American classrooms actually contributes to many of the difficulties experienced by racially diverse populations. The only gripe I had with this book is I really wish it had delved more into other intersections of identity, like other than race. It could be sexual orientation, socioeconomic status, gender, religion, etc. Could have added depth to their argument because it could have described groups who are marginalized in more than one way. It definitely fits into the censorship, scholarship, and the critical race theory field. It also has a lot of good things to say about the discussion on political interference in America's education. There are many existing notions that racial truth-telling should not be accepted in America's system of education. And this is proliferated by gag orders, censorship, book bans, and many of Trump's executive orders. I definitely recommend this book for all of America's educators, which is their target audience, because all of these educators teach racially diverse youth. Overall, this book was written in a really academic way, yet it is accessible. For me, it taught me all about racial injustice in America's system of education, which was really mind-blowing. And yeah, I read this book for class. It wasn't my favorite book I've read this year, but it was definitely thought-provoking, definitely a good read, especially if you're interested in politics in America and racial prejudice and all that. It had a lot of great suggestions on how to combat racial prejudice in the classroom. So yeah, I'd recommend this book, and I rate it a 4 out of 5. Stay tuned for more book reviews.